Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. It is Wednesday, the 30th of June. It's the morning after the night before when, of course, the mighty England, yes, England, knocked out Germany at Wembley in the round of 16 and march on now to the quarter-final and will take on Ukraine. And our boy Kalvin had another barnstorming performance. It is the Daily Leeds. Of course, we're going to cover plenty on this episode. We've got Junior Firpo, Javi Galán, we've got Cunha, and plus so much more. Loads of news from the club in terms of tickets for the new season. So we've got loads to get into. And before we do get into it, as I say, we're on that road to 5K. Please smash a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel, comments, and of course get your notification bell on so that you don't miss future live streams. We'll be back on Friday for them quarter-final games with the live streams. I'm looking forward to a few days rest when it comes to the watch-alongs, but if you haven't had a chance to watch it, make sure you check out the England highlights as well and my reactions to that. But that's enough waffle from me now. Let's get into today's Daily Leeds. So, guys, first of all, we're going to start at the top of the show with, of course, England's win against Germany. It's the first time we have beat Germany in a tournament knockout game since 1966. I'm getting It's Our Time vibes. I'm genuinely getting It's Our Time vibes, guys. We are only, as well, the second side in the history of the Euros to not concede a goal in their first 4 games. Gareth Southgate, Kalvin Phillips and his partner, Declan Rice, need praise for that. Let's just focus solely on England and Kalvin Phillips. Obviously, this is the Daily Leeds, of course. And England have now just conceded 1 goal from open play and kept clean sheets in over 15 and a half hours of football with Kalvin Phillips on the pitch. And I'm seeing people say this guy's not good enough. I'm seeing people say that this guy shouldn't be in the side. Goldbridge saying it. Harry Simon at 90minute.com telling me they ain't good enough. Come on, man. He's the only player who's played every single minute for Gareth Southgate, man. And we marching on to the quarter-final. You know, the only England players to have beaten Germany in a knockout tournament match playing for Leeds United are Jack Charlton and Kalvin Phillips. That's some esteemed company to be in, of course, Jack Charlton doing it in 66. You know, Kalvin Phillips in that game yesterday regained possession of the ball 11 times against Germany. That is the most by any England player in a single Euros match since Tony Adams did it 13 times back in Euro 1996 against Germany. You know, these are the kind of numbers that he's putting out. You know, and people say it's not good enough. That was 25 years ago, you know, and he's got the most ball recoveries than any player in a Euros match since Tony Adams in 1996. You know, his fellow teammates, Raheem Sterling, was saying Rice and Phillips were class. They ate the ground up. There were animals in there. Let's not forget, you know, he's going up against Goretzka, Bayern Munich. He's going up against Toni Kroos, Real Madrid, Havertz at Chelsea. He put them all in the bin. You know, Rio Ferdinand was glowing. He said the way Phillips and Rice protected the back line also caught my eye. He said in that midfield area, Jordan Henderson is captain of Liverpool. Let's not forget, he's won a Champions League. He's won the Premier League, and he's been kept out of the side by Rice and Phillips. It's amazing. You know, they're doing an amazing job screening that back three. And when they get the ball, they're progressive with it. You know, they move forward with it. Kalvin was great yesterday. It's absolutely unreal. And I'm so proud. I am so proud of him to think where he's come in such a short space of time. You know, his family must be beaming. I'm going to share some images with you now as well, just to share the love for Kalvin. There was this lovely picture as he went down the tunnel. All them England fans there. There's here with his cheeky smile, you know, after we scored the goal. And look at Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker's in absolute fits there. Here's another angle on that when the goal initially went in. Look at him. You know, it's just amazing. I feel like a dad. Do you know what I mean? Love this photo as well. Love it, man. Jack Grealish, Rice, and Kalvin all together. And this was a lovely tribute from Kalvin as well. If you can see that on his Predator boot there, he got the little Granny Val on there, which is absolutely amazing. I hope he goes on and wins it for her. You know, really fitting tribute. But what more can you expect from Kalvin? That's what he's like. He's just a down-to-earth kid from Yorkshire, from Leeds, and I worship the ground he walks on, man, genuinely. And I hope they go win the Euros. I think they're going to do it, man. It's our time. Right, guys, that's enough for your England stuff. I promise I'll leave it there. I know we'll get some Welsh fans, some Scottish fans, some Irish fans watching this thinking, what is this tripe? But let me have my moment. We're going to speak now a little bit more on Junior Firpo. Reports are saying now that the deal is struck for €15 million, which works out to be about 12.88 million. 15% of that fee, which is approximately about 1.8 million, will be going to Real Betis as part of their sell-on clause. And the left-back is likely to sign a 4-year deal at Elland Road. Now, who could I go to tell me about Junior Firpo? Well, of course, my main man, Oscar Marriott, Barcelona fan. I think he likes Barcelona more than he does Leeds United. He'll kill me for saying that. But I've asked Oscar to give us a little bit more information on Junior Firpo and what we've got to look forward to. So, yeah, here's Oscar.
How are we doing, guys? It's Oscar from Leeds TV. I'm here to talk to you about Junior Firpo and what we can expect from this potential signing. Well, first of all, Firpo is very, very versatile. He can play as a left-back in the back four. That tends to be his preferred position. But he can also play within a back three shape as a left-sided wing-back, or even as a left-sided centre-back in a back three. He's played that position a couple of times at Barcelona. In fact, with obviously Barcelona having Jordi Alba, one of the best left-backs in the world, Firpo's main game time really has been as a left-sided centre-back this season. He's found it really difficult to get into the team because of the quality of Jordi Alba at the end of the day. Firpo's strengths, well, I think mainly it's going forward. I think that's his big strength. I think he does create a high volume of chances. I think certainly compared to our current fullback options, he definitely brings an improvement in that case. Quality crosser of the ball, very, very good at just firing the ball into the near or back post, really. He's very, very good at doing that. Very good at getting in behind as well. He's more of a winger sometimes off the ball as well. And he can very easily be mistaken for a winger the way he moves off the ball. Very, very natural going forward, which is definitely a big, big boost to this Leeds team on that left wing, really. You know, I think sometimes you see Jack Harrison, John Alioski, it didn't really gel particularly well, but I think obviously with Firpo, I think it's more of a natural fit to Jack Harrison's game. I think obviously Rafinha might even play on the left a couple of times next season. And if we do bring in a right-footed left winger, Firpo's probably a really nice natural fit there at left back to kind of overlap or underlap them. I think defensively, there's definite weaknesses to Firpo's game, and I think ultimately that's the biggest reason why he's not played particularly regularly at Barcelona over the last sort of 2 years or so. I think certainly positionally, there's a lot of questions about Firpo, but ultimately he's working under a manager in Marcelo Bielsa who's going to get the absolute best out of him. There's no doubt about that. I think in general his 1v1 defending is okay. He's strong, he's athletic, he can get up and down the pitch very well. It's just maybe his reading of the game needs to improve a little bit. And I think under Marcelo Bielsa, sort of 6 weeks of intensive training in pre-season, with signing nice and early, he's going to get used to the system. And I think it's very, very likely that Firpo would be the first choice left back in this Leeds United team. And there's no doubt he'd be a massive improvement on our current options. And I think certainly he would add a lot of assists and goals to that left-hand side. I think he's definitely got a goal in him as well as Junior Firpo, certainly compared to other left-backs. Now, I've seen a lot of quoting of FB Ref stats, and I think it doesn't quite do Firpo justice, because you've got to consider that in terms of his attacking stats, he's well up there in terms of the best in Europe, but he's played a lot of games as a left-sided centre-back for Barcelona in the last sort of year or so. So his numbers have been massively affected by that. They're probably even better in terms of, especially going forward, than what is actually shown in the stats in a sense, because he's not always had that opportunity to push forward like a normal left back, because he's played as a left centre back in a back three, a left centre back in a back four. So that's certainly something to consider. And the versatility is also always a good thing under Marcelo Bielsa. So I really back this signing. I think the price is very good as well. And Firpo is at a very, very good age. I think I've seen a number of Spanish media outlets say that under Marcelo Bielsa, they're highly confident that Firpo could be a future Spanish international as well. So that's what I've got to say about him very briefly. Let's hope we can get this one over the line. Cheers, guys.
Well, thank you, Oscar, and thank you for taking the time to put that video together for me. And listen, of course, Firpo can go on and play for Spain under the tutelage of Bielsa. Just look what he's done to Kalvin Phillips, and everything Oscar has said there is bang on. The versatility, his age, it's a great signing, and for the fee that we're going to get him for, he's absolutely insane. I think it's signed, sealed, delivered as well, and I expect him to be here before Friday's out, and it's going to be such exciting times because it then means that Leeds United can move on to some more bigger targets, you know. Just on the left back situation as well, the Javi Gallen links resurfaced. You know, I'm a big fan of Javi Gallen. I was all on him. Admittedly, it comes from Football Insider. They're not always the font of all knowledge, but they're saying that they've been told by a Leeds United source that Bielsa himself has been in touch with Gallen to discuss how he can fit into the team next season. And the Leeds United manager has a detailed plan for each of his transfer targets, including their playing role and development plan. And Gallen is now considered to be high up on the list, and Huesca are expecting the defender to leave for Seville this summer, but apparently Leeds are willing to enter that race still. Now, why is that? I'm not sure it's 100% correct, but why would we be going after Gallen for such a low price? Because let's not forget, his release clause is down at 3.5 million. Could it be that Alioski may be on his way? Now, I'm not professing to be any sort of ITK in the know kind of guy, but I got a message, and sometimes you have to pay attention to these. Yes, it's not come from Phil Hay or Graham Smith, but I got a message on Instagram off a guy that said they're pretty certain that Alioski is the deal's done and he may be going to a club in Turkey. He said, look, no word of a lie, it's true, you don't have to believe me, but he's heard on the grapevine. Again, it's ITK stuff, so it might be untrue, but sometimes they are, you know, and maybe that's why this link to Gallen's resurfaced, because he's only 3.5 million. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm hopeful that Alioski stays and obviously Firpo comes in. Another link, of course, we're hearing about Matheus Cunha. Rudy Galati said that we are only one step away from signing the Hertha Berlin attacker Matheus Cunha, and the Whites are ready to offer 23.2 million to complete the signing. Look, I hope Cunha is that winger when we do bring him in. Another one we have been linked to, and this is the first time I've seen this, is that Leeds United are apparently going to challenge West Ham to sign Sporting winger Havan Cabral this summer. Again, this is the first time I've heard this. It might not be 100%, but it's a name that's thrown in the ether, so we'll get it out there, but I'm not too sure on that one. Just to give you some more news and some more depth and weight about behind the transfers, we're hearing now that Barcelona are close, or at least being linked with a move for Chelsea left back Marcus Alonso as the Catalan side eye replacement for Leeds United linked Junior Firpo. That's coming out from Mundo Deportivo to say that Firpo's a done deal, he's gone, and I guess that further just proves that he's on his way to Leeds for anyone who has doubted the fact that they are now looking at Marcus Alonso as a replacement for Firpo, because obviously we know that Jordi Alba plays at left back for them, but they need someone to come on if ever he's injured, etc. Firpo's moving on. Maybe Alonso can be getting on a free, or is he out of contract? I'm not too sure, but it just gives you some more information. One deal that won't be happening at Leeds that I never thought was, but is going to be confirmed elsewhere, is that Billy Gilmour is apparently in the final stages of a move to Norwich City on loan. Now, Leeds were linked with him a couple of weeks back via loan. I only mentioned it on one of the videos. It didn't seem to be a strong link, but again, it's worth putting it out there so that you know what's going on, everything concerning Leeds. But yeah, Billy Gilmour looks set to join Norwich City on loan for the Premier League season. It'll be a good signing for them. They've done some good business, actually, Norwich City, to be fair to them. And just to finish, guys, we're going to finish with some ticket information that came out yesterday from the club. They have now launched a ticket exchange for next season. I'll go through the article in full detail. So it says, Leeds United are pleased to announce the launch of a new ticket exchange scheme that will help to allow more members to attend more games next season. Ticket exchange will allow all general admission season ticket holders the opportunity to sell their seats back to the club on a match-by-match basis if they are unable to attend home league games. So for whatever reason, I can't attend a game. if I can't give it my pal like I used to do, and I'd say take your missus, what I can do is now sell it back to the club. They will then put it on sale for members, and that money that would be generated would then go back into my pot and mean that I will have money off my season ticket for the following season. I think it's a great initiative put together by the club, and it'll sit in an online ticketing credit scheme as a season ticket holder, and it also ensures that members now get an opportunity to get to more games. You know, once general admission's gone, members have been sorted, then it'll be right, season tickets, can you make this game? No, I can't actually make this game, it's my daughter's birthday, it's this, it's that. Right, okay, well, we'll then sell that to Dave in Leeds, who hasn't got a season ticket, but he's a member. I think it's a great initiative and a great move by the club. And just to remind anyone that the biggest memberships yet, the new Leeds United, my Leeds membership, is out. So if you are interested in becoming a Leeds United member for the season in order to get yourself a ticket, the links are now out. So go over onto the Leeds United website and make sure you sign up to be a member if indeed you would like to do that. And that's it, guys. What an enjoyable episode. I enjoyed it. I hope you did anyway. I'm giving myself a pat on the back there. But thank you, as always, for tuning in. It was great to hear from my main man, Oscar, again at All Leeds TV. Make sure you check them out. Yeah, and thanks for those that are not England fans sitting through that at the start. It's great to put together these videos. I'm getting so much support over the last few days, so I'm really grateful for it. So thank you all. And before you do go, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, and please get your notifications in, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.